This morning, I heard something so simple that I haven't been able to stop thinking about it all day. I was listening to Jamie C., and she shared an idea that immediately caught my attention. She said, "Give your money a name. Build a relationship with it." At first, I smiled. I thought it was a beautiful little exercise. But then I put my phone down and I just sat there because something about it wouldn't leave me alone, so I decided to try it. I looked at the money in my wallet, and for some reason that I still can't explain, one name came into my mind, Ava. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't planned, it just appeared. And that's when something unexpected happened. I stopped thinking about money, and I started thinking about relationships, because every relationship I've ever had has been shaped by the same questions. Do I appreciate it? Do I cling to it? Do I fear losing it? Do I only notice it when it's gone? And suddenly, this conversation wasn't about money anymore. It became a conversation about me, about the way I receive, the way I let go, the way I value the things that quietly make my life possible every single day. I don't know where this conversation is going yet. I'm discovering it with you. But if you'll stay with me, I'd like to introduce you to someone. Her name is Ava. So, I'd like you to meet someone. Her name is Ava. Now, before you think I've completely lost my mind, let me explain. Ava isn't a real person. She isn't magic. She isn't a spiritual guide. She isn't some secret to becoming rich. She's simply the name I gave my money, that's all. Or at least, that's what I thought. Because something unexpected happened the moment I stopped saying, my money, and started saying, thank you, Ava. It was only £5 that bought me a little box of strawberries, and instead of thinking, there goes another £5, I caught myself smiling. Thank you, Ava. These strawberries look beautiful. It sounds silly, honestly. I laughed at myself. Imagine someone walking past, hearing me thank £5. They'd probably think I'd finally lost it. But something inside me had already begun to change, because for the first time, I wasn't watching money disappear. I was watching money become something. It became strawberries, it became breakfast, it became nourishment, it became one small, beautiful moment in my day. And then I started wondering, how many times have I spent money without ever noticing what it became? We spend so much of our lives watching numbers leave our bank account that we forget to notice what those numbers quietly turn into: a warm shower, a train that gets us safely home, a cup of coffee with someone we love, a notebook filled with dreams, electricity that lights a room, the internet that lets us hear the voice of someone we miss. Maybe money isn't constantly leaving us. Maybe it's constantly becoming something. And that's when I realized something that completely surprised me. I wasn't changing money. Money hadn't changed at all. I was changing the way I experienced it. And sometimes, changing the experience changes everything. Something else began to happen after I met Ava, and honestly, I wasn't expecting it at first. I thought I was simply changing the way I thought about money, but then one tiny word kept catching my attention. My money, my salary, my savings, my account, my possessions. I had said those words my entire life without ever questioning them, And then one morning, I stopped. I asked myself a question I had never asked before. What does the word "my" actually do to me? Because the moment I believe something is mine, something else appears almost immediately. Fear. Fear of losing it. Fear of not having enough. Fear that someone might take it away. Fear that if it disappears, a part of me disappears with it. And then another question came, one that completely stopped me. If I truly own my money, why does it have so much power over me? Why can a number on a screen decide whether I feel calm or anxious? Why can it change the way I see myself? Why can it influence whether I feel successful or like a failure? I realized something that made me sit in silence. Maybe I wasn't earning money as much as I thought. Maybe Money had quietly begun owning me, not because money itself is powerful, but because I had handed it the power to define my peace. That was difficult to admit. Then I looked back at Ava, and for the first time, I didn't see her as something I possessed. I saw her as something that visited my life. Some days, she arrived as strawberries. Some days, she arrived as electricity. Some days, she became the train that carried me safely home. Some days, she became a warm shower after a long day. Some days, she became the internet that allowed me to hear the voice of someone I love. She was constantly becoming something, constantly serving, constantly moving. And then my heart recognized something even deeper for me. Every one of those moments pointed beyond Ava. It reminded me of God, not because Ava is magical, not because money has a personality, but because every good thing I receive ultimately has a deeper source than me. Yes, I work. Yes, I make choices. Yes, I carry responsibility, but I didn't create the breath in my lungs. I didn't create the abilities I was born with. I didn't create time. I didn't create opportunity. So much of what I experience every day rests on gifts that existed before my effort ever began. And somehow, giving money a name reminded me of that. It reminded me that I spend far too much time focusing on what I don't have, while overlooking everything that has already been placed into my hands. Maybe that's why gratitude feels so powerful, because gratitude quietly replaces ownership with stewardship. Instead of saying, "This is mine," I began asking, how can I care well for what has been entrusted to me today? That question changed everything, because stewardship doesn't cling, it doesn't panic, it doesn't worship, it doesn't build its identity around possessions. It receives with gratitude, it uses with wisdom, it shares with generosity. And when the time comes, it lets go with peace. Maybe that's what Ava was helping me understand. Not how to make more money, but how to become free enough that money no longer decides who I am. Maybe the day I stopped believing everything was mine was the day I finally began appreciating everything I had. After everything I had realized, something unexpected happened. I started noticing Ava, not just when I opened my banking app, everywhere. And once I noticed her, I couldn't unsee her. My mornings changed first. I opened my eyes. I looked around my room and I smiled. Morning, Ava. The bed I'd slept in, the duvet that kept me warm, the pillow that held my head all night. She had been working while I was asleep. Then I walked into the bathroom. The lights came on. Hot water poured from the shower. Soap, shampoo, toothpaste, a clean towel waiting exactly where I'd left it. Morning again, Ava. She'd been here before I even woke up. Then came my coffee, the kettle, the mug, the coffee itself, even the little spoon. I laughed to myself. Honestly, Ava, you're everywhere. Then I picked up my iPad. The Wi-Fi connected instantly. My favorite morning video started playing. The screen lit up, the speakers worked perfectly. Thousands of people I'd never met had somehow built this little moment of peace for me. And there was Ava again, helping all of it happen. I left the house, tapped my bank card, the station gates opened, the train arrived, someone had driven it, someone had cleaned it, someone had built the tracks, someone had kept the lights on, and quietly, Ava thanked every one of them. Then I arrived at the park. The birds were already waiting. I smiled because by now, I knew exactly who had come with me. The little bag of bird food in my hand, Ava. The coffee I carried, Ava. The bench I sat on, the trainers on my feet, the phone in my pocket, the glasses on my face, the tree giving me shade. Well, maybe not the tree. That one belongs entirely to God. But almost everything else around me had been touched by Ava somewhere along the journey. And suddenly, my whole day looked different. I used to think money only appeared when I spent it. Now I realized it had been quietly supporting my life long before I noticed it. It had become warmth, comfort, connection, movement, safety, learning, music, conversation, creativity. Even this very moment. Then something made me laugh. I imagined Ava finishing one job before running off to start another. She never complained, never asked for applause, never stopped moving. She was probably the hardest worker I'd ever met, always becoming whatever was needed next. A train ticket, a loaf of bread, a birthday present, a camera, a book, a laptop, medicine, a warm home, a shared meal, a dream, and somehow I'd spent years only noticing her when she was leaving. I'd never thanked her for everything she'd already become. That was the biggest surprise. Giving money a name didn't make me love money more. It made me appreciate life more. Because I stopped seeing numbers and started seeing everything those numbers had quietly made possible. Maybe that's why gratitude arrived so naturally. Not because I suddenly had more, but because I finally noticed how much I had already been given. Have you ever loved something so much that you accidentally stopped it from being itself? I think that is what I had been doing with Ava by now. I had fallen in love with noticing her. I saw her in my morning coffee, in the hot water, in the train carrying me home, in the food on my table, in the tools that helped me create. She had been quietly supporting my life for years, and I had only just begun to see her. But the moment I saw how much she gave me, another feeling appeared, fear. What if she leaves? What if she does not come back? What if one day I need her and she is not there? So I imagined doing something. I imagined taking Ava, placing her carefully inside a beautiful box, closing the lid, locking it, and hiding the key. Not because I wanted to hurt her, not because I was cruel, because I thought I was protecting her. Stay here, Ava. You will be safe here. No one will take you. I will not lose you. And for a moment, fear felt relieved. Fear sat beside the box and whispered, "Good, keep her close. Do not let her move. You do not know when you will see her again. What if there is never enough? Hide her, hold on tighter." And every time fear spoke, I placed another lock on the box. Then I began to imagine Ava inside. She was still there, still safe, still mine, but she could no longer become anything. She could see the farmer growing the strawberries, but she could not reach him. She could see the baker waking before sunrise, but she could not buy the bread. She could see the cafe owner opening the doors, the artist waiting for paint, the child needing school books, the grandmother needing medicine, the woman trying to begin her business, the family needing a warm meal. But Ava could not move because I was holding the key. And suddenly, the box did not look like protection anymore. It looked like a prison. I had believed that loving Ava meant keeping her, but Ava was never born to sit inside a box. She was born to become a meal, a journey, a home, a book, a gift, a salary, a donation, a camera, a song, a possibility, a second chance. Everywhere Ava moved, something happened. Someone was supported, someone was paid, someone was fed, someone was able to continue. But inside my box, she could do nothing, and then I realized something uncomfortable. I was not protecting Ava. I was protecting my fear, the fear of not having enough, the fear of losing control, the fear that if she left, I would no longer be safe. Fear had convinced me that holding tighter was wisdom. But perhaps holding tighter was only making my world smaller. Maybe I had confused love with possession, because possession says, "You belong to me." Love says, "I appreciate what you are here to do." Possession closes the door. Love understands movement. And then I saw how often I had done this beyond money, with people, with relationships, with plans, with dreams, with the future I imagined for myself. The tighter I held, the more afraid I became. The more afraid I became, the tighter I held, until the very thing I loved could no longer breathe. So in my mind, I walked towards the box. Fear immediately stood up. Do not open it. She might leave. You may regret this. You may never get her back. I placed my hand on the lock and I understood. Fear was not trying to destroy me. Fear was trying to keep me safe. It simply did not know the difference between safety and control. So I thanked fear. And then I turned the key. I opened the lid and I stepped back. Not because I wanted to lose Ava, but because I finally understood her. Ava was not mine to imprison. She had been entrusted to me, to care for, to direct wisely, and to allow to become. And as she stepped out of the box, I did not ask, "How can I keep you forever?" I asked, "What beautiful thing are you here to become next?" After I opened the box, something unexpected happened. I thought Ava would simply leave. Instead, she came back again and again and again, only now. Our relationship felt different. I no longer saw Ava as something I had to protect, and I no longer saw her as something I owned. We had become partners. Every morning, she would quietly arrive, and every morning, I had a choice. What beautiful work shall we do today? Some days, Ava became breakfast. Some days, she became train tickets. Some days, she became a coffee shared with a friend. Some days, she became flowers. Sometimes, she became books that expanded my mind. Sometimes, she became software that allowed me to create. Sometimes, she became a donation. Sometimes, she simply became peace. I realized, every pound already has a destination. The only question is, what story do I want it to tell? One day, I bought a notebook, not because I needed another notebook, but because I knew ideas inside it might one day help someone else. Suddenly, Ava wasn't buying paper, she was investing in possibility. Another day, I paid for editing software. Years ago, I would have called it an expense. Now, I smiled. Ava had just joined the creative team. Sometimes she bought me lunch, sometimes she bought time, sometimes she bought courage, sometimes she bought rest, sometimes she bought another chance to begin again. Then I noticed something else. Whenever I spent money trying to impress people, something inside me felt strangely empty. But whenever Ava helped create something meaningful, I came home feeling full. Not because I had more money, because I had more meaning. That surprised me. It taught me that money doesn't simply reveal what I can afford, it quietly reveals what I value. Every choice became a question. Who am I supporting today? What dream am I helping continue? What kindness am I making possible? What future am I helping build? Money had stopped being numbers, it had become direction. And maybe that was Ava's greatest lesson. She never asked me, "How much do you have?" She quietly asked, "What kind of world would you like us to help create today?" Every evening now, before I go to sleep, I smile and I ask her one simple question. So, what beautiful work did we do together today? There is something I didn't understand when I first met Ava. I thought she had come into my life to teach me about money, but she didn't. She came into my life to show me where I had been looking for safety. Every time I checked my bank balance, I wasn't really checking my money. I was asking a question, am I safe? When the number was higher, I felt lighter. When the number was lower, my body became tense. Nothing around me had changed, only the number. Yet somehow, I had given that number permission to decide how safe I felt. Then I remembered something Jamie said. I am safe. At first, I thought she was talking to her money. Now, I think she was talking to herself, because safety was never sitting inside a bank account. Safety was something I had been searching for in all the wrong places. Ava didn't create my safety. She simply exposed where I had been looking for it, and that changed everything. Now, when I make my coffee in the morning, I still smile. Morning, Ava. She still comes with me on the train. She still becomes strawberries in the park. She still helps me create. She still quietly becomes hundreds of little moments that make up my day. But she no longer carries a responsibility that was never hers. She is no longer responsible for making me feel safe. She is no longer responsible for deciding my worth. She is no longer responsible for telling me whether life is okay. She can finally just be Ava, and I can finally just be me. Maybe that's why this journey feels so different, because I didn't become someone who worries less about money. I became someone who asks a different question, not how much do I have, but how much have I already been given? And every time I ask that question, my heart quietly answers before my bank account ever can. I am safe. Thank you, Jamie, for one simple idea that became a conversation far bigger than money. And thank you, Ava, for quietly walking beside me until I found my way home. I never knew your name until one ordinary day. You were always there, quietly finding your way. Into mornings, into sunsets, into every little thing. I thought you were only passing through. I never saw everything you'd been. Now every doorway feels a little more alive. Every little moment has a different kind of light. Wherever you go, leave a little love behind. Take a piece of me and turn it into life. Become the laughter, become the rain, become tomorrow all over again. Ava, I'll smile every time you fly. Sometimes your music, sometimes your time, sometimes your courage when the world's not kind. Sometimes your coffee, shared without a plan. Sometimes your hope, quietly changing hands.
I don't need to hold you to know you'll return.
Some things were never meant to stay, only to become. Wherever you go, leave a little love behind. Every road you take still somehow leads to light. Become a memory, become a dream, become the spaces in between. Ava, thank you for walking beside me. Good night.